Hey guys, it's Gita. Welcome back to my channel and thanks for joining me today. I'm gonna be doing a tutorial on this eye look, which is mostly like a purple metallic smoky eye, but I wanted to sort of feature or use a pigment that I haven't used yet in a look, and that is Insomnia by Makeup Geek. And this pigment actually is a pretty close or almost an exact dupe for the MAC's Blue Brown pigment. So you may have something similar to this, or you may own this particular pigment. It has like, it's like almost like a dark, you know, brown color with like teal reflex in it. So when you put it over a dark base, it kind of like pops and you get that really shimmery metallic teal color, a deep color, which I think looks really cool with, you know, dark colors. So I just thought it would be fun to pair with purple and kind of have the contrast of that. So that's what I'm doing today. And I'm using shadows from like a whole bunch of different palettes and stuff, but obviously use, you know, whatever colors you have that are similar. Yeah, I'm just gonna dive right in and start putting makeup on my face.
So as usual, I'm going to start off by priming my eyes, and I'm using MAC's Painterly Paint Pot to do that, and I like to apply that with my fingers. And then I'm doing a base shade. The brush is a Bdellium 776, and I'm using the second to lightest shade. Using the same brush, then I'll take the whiter shade and just kind of highlight under the brow bone into the inner corner. And then I'm going to take that darker peach shade, I'm keeping the same brush here, and I'm going to start using this as the transition color. I kind of realized after doing this there's a little bit warm for the look that I'm going for, so I'm also going to take a gray color and kind of mix it with the peach just to kind of neutralize that a little bit. I'm taking that lighter gray, same brush, and I'm kind of just sweeping that over where I put the peach, and I basically just want to kind of blend the two together, because I am doing sort of a more cool toned look, so I thought that would work a little bit better. And I'm blending. Then I'm going to go in with the Saucebox Forbidden Fruits palette and a Bdellium 777, which is a crease brush, and this lightest sort of pink lilac shade, and I'm kind of just dotting that onto the sort of upper brow bone, essentially all the way up. This look, I'm actually going to be taking the color pretty much all the way up to my brow bone, which I don't always do, but I kind of did for this look. Going in with this darker purple color, that's going to be going onto my lid and slightly into the crease, and I'm kind of blending that into the lighter color that I placed above it. And it's a little messy on the edges, but that's what blending brushes are for. So that's what I'm doing here, is just kind of fixing that. Then I'm going back in with the 776 that I was using at the beginning, and this sort of mid-tone purple, and I'm basically using that to kind of sweep the darker and the lighter colors together, just to kind of smooth everything out. And then I'm taking another 776 because I have multiples of this brush, a clean one, just as a blending brush, just to buff out the edges. It's always handy to have clean blending brushes while you're going in. Then I'm using the Makeup Forever M928, which is this matte eggplant on a Stila number 34 brush, and I'm going to be packing that onto the lid, slightly into the crease as well, basically just applying the color and then blending it out using the same brush. So again, made a little bit of a mess there, but we'll just blend it, it's all good. And this is just a clip of me blending back and forth, just little sweeping motions back and forth. Then I went back in with the crease brush, which is the 777, just kind of swept that color back and forth just to buff that into the crease. And again, with the cleaner blending brush, just kind of sweeping around the edges. Then I'm going in with the color Bae by Colourpop, which, as you can see, is kind of like a purple with blue reflex, or purple almost. So I'm actually just using my finger to apply this. The Colourpop shadows have like a gel consistency, so they're actually easiest to go on with a finger or with like a dense synthetic brush. So I'm basically putting this all over the lid, up into the crease, and just kind of sweeping back and forth just to kind of blend that on. And as you can see, it's gorgeous and shimmering. And then I'm going to go in with Makeup Geek Insomnia Pigment and the ABH Beauty Genius, which is a waterproofing gel. It's good for pigments and glitters. I'm just putting that on my lid, and then I'm packing some of the pigment over it using the same Stila brush. You can also use your finger to apply pigments. I'm not like the best with pigment, so I'm more comfortable with a brush, but you can definitely use your finger. There's many other ways to do this. It's always good to use a synthetic brush if possible. It will just be a lot easier than natural hairs. So that's what the pigment looks like applied. And then I'm just gonna go back in with Colourpop Bae on that crease brush, which is the 777. I'm using a brush so I can kind of blend. I just want to get a little more of that into the crease. I just feel like it'll blend the pigment kind of into the other colors just a little bit easier there. And going again in with a blending brush, just kind of buffing out the edges. I do this a lot, this process, while I'm doing my makeup. I often will kind of blend throughout just to make sure everything is kind of seamlessly going where I want it to. Then I'm going to tightline, so my upper lash line as well as my kind of waterline only about halfway in from the outer corner to about the center. And then I'm using a 781 pencil brush and this highlight shade, which is from the Saucebox Etude palette, but like any shimmer highlight is fine. Taking the 777 brush, I don't have any product on the brush, I'm actually just using what was left over, and I'm sweeping that on the lower lash line. And then the next step is I'm going to take, I don't have a picture of me doing it, but I'm using the M928, the Makeup Forever eggplant shade, and I'm just sweeping that onto the lower lash line. I got a little messy here. I kind of like put a little too much on one eye, so obviously we're going to be blending that out. So I'm just kind of taking that larger brush and I'm basically just sweeping up the edges here. I kind of want to just blend that shape out, and because I'm not doing any liner with this look, I'm okay with the shadow being kind of blown out, but I also don't want it to be too blown out to the point where it looks messy or unkempt. So then I'm going to take more of the Bae color by Colourpop, and I'm taking that onto the lower lash line as well. Just kind of buffing that back and forth with the purple. And then I'm putting some more of that Beauty Genius gel on there, and then I'm taking the Insomnia pigment. So basically kind of repeating the steps that I did on my lids. Can't use my words. So just buffing the pigment on and kind of just going back to blend any places that might need a little bit more. The 781 is like a pencil brush, so that's great for kind of like sweeping out the product there. So I just use that to kind of buff on the bottom. Then I just applied some more of that highlight shade to the inner corner, just kind of to make that a little more enhanced. And then I just kind of swept away the fallout with a bigger brush here. And I applied some lashes, House of Lashes in Siren, and that is it.
Alright guys, so that is the completed look. I actually did this and I originally put on like a nude lipstick with it. And then, I don't know, I just thought the nude lipstick was kind of boring, so I took it off and I put this on. And this is Anastasia Veronica is the shade. And this is kind of like, I've used in a bunch of videos, Patina by Stila. I feel like this is like the deeper version of Patina. So actually, if you don't have this exact lipstick, you could probably mix like a mauve with like a slightly darker, maybe brown color to kind of get the same shade going on. So yeah, that's what I thought I would do. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you have any questions or suggestions for me or comments at all, leave them down below, and I will look forward to seeing you guys next time. Bye!